What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 44 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we have declared war on the Poxmakers of Nurgle, getting our first battle with Scaff Stonebeard at Dread Rock, which did turn out to be a fairly nice one. Really enjoyed that battle, and it looks like we'll have at least one more nice one at Dragonfang Mount, as there does appear to be a full stack mustering there. Otherwise, since Kugath is away from the rest of his territories, we should be able to take the Fortress of Vorag and Bitter Bay and whatever else without too much trouble, and I do expect that Scaff can handle Dragonfang Mount himself. So I do believe that the days of the Poxmakers are numbered. Now, to address a couple of comments that I forgot to do last episode, first of all, somebody suggested that you can in fact put heroes into convoys. Not regular unit transfer, but hero is possible if you do so while they're just moving out from Zharr and Grund. I don't know how we can test that without actually having a convoy, and right now I'm just looking around for a convoy on the map. One's fairly far away. You are not a convoy. Right now I don't think anybody's near. Oh, wait. Ragnapash Sauerscowl. So let's take a tech thief, any tech thief, it doesn't really matter, and just want to see if the option actually exists for you. Ragnapash. Huh, yeah, it does. Alright, well, this means that we need to prepare to transfer some heroes to them. This is actually going to be very useful for us, as we can use that function to essentially mill through heroes, which we were doing anyway, but now we can actually put them somewhere useful, and it's not like we care that much about the trait that goes into the convoys. Also, somebody asked to take a look at the various locations to see if any new ones have popped up. I don't believe any new ones have as yet that we're aware of. There's nothing, unfortunately, in Lustria, which is a bit of a shame. You'd think that Rakarth or Lord Skrolk, or heck, even the Vampire Coast might be willing to trade us for some weapons, but apparently not. I'm just trying to remember, under what circumstances did these pop up? Were they all available since the start, or do we have to send somebody to discover Lustria and maybe a new one will pop up? I guess we'll figure that out once we get over there. In the meantime, since heroes are needed, let's see what we have available to us. Well, the Centaur Tauruks, I'm not entirely sure that we should be wasting their relatively low capacities by putting them into convoys. I think the Demonsmith Sorcerers are going to be the way to go there. Although, maybe one Tauruk in each convoy is still reasonably possible. Plus, we do have to mill through at least some of these. Stubborn physical... You know what? This guy could act as a fairly decent assassin, since these guys do have a assassination trait. So here's what we'll do. We'll get you, Bully, to Zharr and Grund. And what the heck is this? Why did you go down here? I don't get you. I don't get you sometimes. Alrighty, and then you can join one of the convoys, whatever one we send out next turn. Then we'll get a new one as an agent up here, as an assassin. Not entirely sure whether it's needed, but we could always delete them later on if it comes down to it. So you are getting it on the field. And then because you have that 20% enemy action success or enemy hero action success chance, we'll also give you Infective Agent, which gives us additional buffs to Assault Garrison Assault units, and then Trusted Agent, which gives us another enemy hero action success chance reduction, which means that you're probably going to be pretty much unassassinatable by others. Alrighty, also you can have Mentor for whatever XP that you might require. Alright, now none of this, I believe, also helps you out in terms of your agent actions, so we'll just get Specialist, Assault Units, Assassinate, Assault Garrison, Spread Control, and I don't know whether training does anything, but we're going to get it because there's nothing else to get. Alright. It doesn't really matter, just getting whatever. Alrighty, and then I'm going to rename you to Assassin because otherwise I'll obviously forget. Alright, there you go. And then you're going to head up north and annoy whatever Kiss the Fight jerks you run into there. Alright, that is only the beginning of the milling, however, as we do have others to do. Ooh, yes. Another unethical. Okay, wait. So the unethical ones are going to go into our all-ranged army, which is currently being held by Gorth the Cruel. It won't be forever, because an Overseer will be taking it over for the additional ammunition that we get, but for now. Which means we want to get a hero up and running, let's say here. Yeah, Tower of Gorgoth is probably going to be the closest. So we'll get you, Unethical Man number 3, and I also wanted a Demonsmith Sorcerer, I believe of, I want to say 5, no, Lore of Hashut. Manipulative 35, yeah, that's okay, enemy leadership -4, that ain't too bad. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but on the other hand, I also am not super willing to just wait forever for traits either. I mean, like, this isn't bad, the controlling, but let's just go manipulative, whatever. Plus, we already do have one here. I just want to make sure that we replace him with a higher level. Oh, wait, wrong one. Yeah, so you're a Lore of Hashut, but you're level 10, so now that we have such high levels or ranks on the heroes that we get, we might as well make better use of them. Alrighty, and then you two are going to join Gorth the Cruel, and Gorth, I guess you're going to go up this way? It's a little bit of a waste of movement points, but it's not that big of a deal, especially since we are already sending Thrunbaj up there. And then you can follow Gorth as you are his little Gobbo horde. Thrunbaj, you cannot move this turn, but you will move to the Blasted Expanse to try to protect it from Ungrim. Iron Fist there. Alright, Overseer Jeg Throng, you are moving down, I guess, here. Together with Tordric Drakekiller, you guys are both going to get to Drash to give him a bunch of units, namely all of these Fireborn. Alright, next up, what else do we have in terms of movement? Can you guys reach the Fortress of Vorag? You can in fact not. However, Scaf Sindrabeard can. So we're gonna send you here, and oh, you don't have siege attacker, so this won't help us, will it? Because the place has walls. So I assume you won't be able to take it. Oh, you can. Alright, well then. We simply move these two in march stance. Actually, you might not even have to be in march stance. Yeah, you could just go like this. Go here, and then you actually do have to be in march stance, but that's fine. And wait for Yobaz to stop moving, and then go like so. Probably should have stolen tech before doing that, my bad, but I guess we'll steal more tech next turn. You got 4 turns, you're not so bad. For a level 8 tech thief, mind you. From now on, I think any tech thief that isn't exiled, like, okay, this guy's exiled, but any tech thief that isn't exiled, they'll just destroy, or delete and then replace with a higher level one, because then they'll have Mentor available as well as a much higher success chance. Auto-resolve the Fortress of Vorag, please. And there we go, and we are going to occupy it as, oh, right. I guess we can sack it for a turn and reoccupy it next turn. We can also take it and then, as somebody suggested in the comments, just abandon it. Oh, but now we can just let it heal up and then sack it and then reoccupy it. So, sack, please. Like so. And then these guys, oh. It's funny, this guy also just now summoned a new one of these goblin armies. They're multiplying. Yeah, you could just stay here, or I guess raid for a turn. I guess I could have used these guys to raid for a turn as well, but not like it matters that much. Oh, this would have allowed the tech thief to actually steal tech. Damn. I should have done that in the first place as well. Not a big deal once again. Wound for you, and then keep moving. You once again do have 4 turns to get to somewhere where you can steal tech, for example, Bitter Bay, which will take 1 turn by the looks of it. Alrighty. That looks fine. Who's up next now? Scaf, do you need to move this turn? In fact, who does need to move this turn? Let's see what we're looking at. Oh. And we do want another hero on the field, though. We want a caster for our next convoy. And you know, we don't have a single Lore of Death guy, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Compulsive. Mostly because we haven't used them at all, and you know what? Why not put them in a convoy, even if they are going to be inferior everywhere else? I guess we will get you 1 point in Mentor, because you will fight. Otherwise, I mean, we could do scouting for the convoys. They will be finding stuff. Survivalist, Spirit Leech, we'll get all of these buffs, even though I'm not 100% sure whether they'll be of any use to you. Spirit Leech, most definitely. I do generally like Soul Blight, so there's a fairly decent chance of us using it. Aspect of the Dread Knight, I don't care for the bonus leadership, mostly because our own units rarely rout. So I think we're going to max out Soul Blight and the Doom and Darkness, or at least get 1 or 2 points in Doom and Darkness. Though the Fate of Biuna and... I don't particularly care for the Purple Sun, mostly because it's unreliable. Cooldown and wins a magic cost. I think for these guys, we're going to do that rather than the miscast chance reduction in the convoys, because the convoys will be a little bit more reliant on them actually casting, and we won't be able to counteract the miscast base chance by getting them items. So we'll do that instead. And then I guess with the points that we have remaining, we do still have 12, so we could very well go to Foe Seeker. Bandolier, a reload time reduction, or piercing shots, which makes you do a little bit more. Alright, let's do this. 1, 2, 3 in piercing shots, 1 in always ready, 1 in Foe Seeker. Then we'll put a second point in Doom and Darkness. We'll put 2 points into Purple Sun, we'll have 4 points remaining, eh? We get 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably the best way to do it. Alright, let's put 1 point in Soul Blight, 1 point in Purple Sun, in the somewhat unlikely chance that we actually cast it. And then... let's just go for Doom and Darkness as well. There we go, not so bad. And then I will do similar things for any other heroes, so I just wanted to see how many points it would take to assign. And I guess we want to do the same thing with you, don't we? Alright, in the future we will know, it'll be much easier. So, Bulgur, Frenzy, Grotesque Mutations, yeah sure, Living Metal Flesh. Don't need the rest, but we do need Mentor. Oh, did I get him Mentor? The Caster. If you decide once... yeah, okay, I did. I wish that there was a way to copy, essentially, distribution of skill points, so you could essentially do the same thing on every similar hero, but not a big deal. Anyway, Foe Seeker for you, let's get you Scarred Vet, because you're going to actually act as a tank, at least in part. Your armor is relatively low, so we'll get you 1 point in Full Plate Armor, and then Heroic Killing Blow. Then we'll have to choose between Temple Guardian and Murderous Charge, and I think... for a single one of these, I'd rather go for Temple Guardian, because the Guardian ability will help their Lord stay alive that much longer, and rather than Murderous Charge, which would be more effective in armies that are based on these guys. Then you're going to go for Full Plate Armor to get you that little bit of extra tankiness, and combined with Stalwart Defender, the 30 armor that offers us, it puts you up to 115, which is very respectable. And makes me think that it might just generally be superior to Seeing Red, even with the extra damage. You can't do any extra damage if you're dead, after all. Anyway, 12 points remaining, so Blade Master here, Wound Maker, still hit pretty hard even without Murderous Charge. And then we have Devastating Charge, we could also do Training for the Convoys. It's really not that much XP though, which makes it seem not that worthwhile. You're actually not as fast as I would like you to be either, but I think I'd prefer Charge over that. Let's get you Spell and Missile Resistance, and I guess we'll start moving through speed rather than bothering with Training. Alright, and then we'll do the same thing for any others. I should be able to remember. There's a 22% chance that I will be able to remember. Anyway... what else do we want to do? We do want to start building the 4th train for Zhatan, so his army is complete. So he needs the Demon's Tongue and then another... wait. He needs 2 trains, doesn't he? Yeah, he needs 2 trains, which means I don't think we have enough armament capacity this turn, which means we'll have to wait until next turn. Alright, that's fine. It'll just mean less admin this time around. Alrighty, Astrogruel Drenger. Who are you again? Ah, yes, you are going to find Kairos. Go find us a Kairos, please. And let's see if we can sight him right away. Is this close enough? The Demonium Coast. Let's see, factions destroyed. Where's factions discovered? I don't see him, unless we discovered him earlier. Where's Tzeentch? Wood Elves, Warriors of Chaos, Tomb Kings? Nope, I see no Tzeentch. Alright, well, looks like it'll have to wait a turn, that's fine. And then we'll delete this guy again afterwards. Anybody else need to move? Delete. You need to move. Not to be deleted as yet, you need to transfer all of these to Astrogoth. Draj, you are actually waiting. You're kind of in a weird position where you can't really leave. The other option would be to go after Clan Moors here, but while they're not at war with us, maybe we just leave them alone? Though to be fair, there's a very high chance that they will declare war on us anyway. You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna take a brief second to talk to you, Khorne. I have a feeling that Khorne likes Clan Moors, so if we attack them, it's gonna be a problem. I'd rather get the defensive alliance up and running. Ooh, 17k. Alright, what if we join war against... not the Awakened, because we might ally with them. Followers of Nagash. Somewhat likely that that's a possibility as well. Bloody Hands. What's the likelihood that we have an alliance with the Orcs? It's pretty unlikely. Even more unlikely that we have an alliance with Ironbrow's Expedition. The only thing that worries me about them is they might start sailing out and annoying us out here. But I suppose it'll mean Zhatan has a target, a direct target. Alright, fine. Ironbrow's Expedition then. And then we'll pay you 5k, which is much more respectable. Alright, there we go. Scarby. And we got the defensive alliance, so this will also probably show us a bunch of other factions. Alrighty. And another reason why I don't want to fight the followers of Nagash at this point would be because if we do, it'll put our convoys in danger of moving down here. Huh. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So Khemri appears to have destroyed the worst faction in the game, which is the Greybeards Prospectors. Everybody hates the Greybeards Prospectors. It's kind of interesting that they destroyed them, but didn't destroy the followers. Interesting. And, oh, so you're actually, when heading to the Wizard Caliph's Palace, oh wow, you're actually quite hurt. You were actually going to Khemri, which means maybe we don't want to attack Khemri right now. Minus 100 aversion. Damn, if they start attacking us, we won't be able to send convoys there anymore. A shame, but I don't see how we can escape it. Anyway, Scarby, we should be your only allies, and Death Gorge is very poorly defended. Morgheim, much better defended. Alright, Morgheim is going to be where we build our thing. Morgheim. It is. And what will we have immediate access to? You know, Minotaurs, of course. Yeah, there's so much stuff in the Khorne army that would really go well with our own army. I'd love to have those Minotaurs as well. Alrighty, well, that's it for Scarby, and the reason I wanted to make sure that we have the defensive alliance was to make sure that we did that before attacking the rats here at Karak Azul. Alright, let's see what is happening exactly at Karak Azul. Go. Oh, we could also send the Tech Thief down here for free XP, but I'd actually much rather him steal tech, so let's attack. Or, well, we'll see what's there first. Gotta remember, this isn't the strongest army right now. I really wish that this screen didn't pop up, like, before you could actually see what's there, you know? Kind of a dumb choice to do that. What are we looking at here? So there's a bunch of rats in here, but they're actually fairly weak in terms of garrison, and it looks like we should just be able to auto-resolve them. So, in that light, you're gonna move right here. And we're gonna declare war on them. It's a little bit odd, I know, but I mean, I don't see what else we would do. I take it they still own Misty Mountain. The problem with this is they could go jump. Oh, they probably also own Desolation of Nagash, but on the other hand, we got armies here, so it's fine. Just take Karak Azul. It's a much better location to hold stuff at than... Oh. I just realized another thing. We would like to take Karak Azul at tier 5, so that we can immediately build a Mega Mortar here, which we cannot do right now, so we could sack it. You know what? Just siege it then. Siege it for a turn. No, don't even declare war. It's okay. Go into raiding stance and go into nothing stance. Alright, just stay here then. We'll attack them in 2 turns then, and then we'll see if anybody does anything. And gotta remember about the Conclave influence. Alrighty, anybody else? Anything else? Troop train. I don't remember which troop train you were, other than the fact that you have the Infernal Guard. But oh, right, you transferred stuff. Huh. You know what? what you could do is you could take these guys from internal recruiter Zork. I think that'll work better. Alright. Next up, Raider Zanas. You are nearly ready, and your follower guy is nearly ready. You're going out here. Try not to go somewhere where you suffer attrition. Like so. Huh, I wonder what level we can summon these overseers at now. Decently high. Ooh, hello. Diplomatic relations +5 with all factions. That seems to me like another worthy candidate for another raider army. I think we're gonna get you up and running as well. Considered? Yes. Hey, and now you start on the Great Taurus rather than these guys. I'm kind of tempted to replace them. I'll think about it. We could also wait until we have a slightly higher rank on all of them. But anyway, you stay here for now, buddy, and then you can start building up your own raider army. Oh, wait, in fact... you don't have access to global recruitment? That's a little bit of a shame. But what you could do is this. I don't remember how many global recruitment we can do right now, but if it's 6... It's 5. Close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... And then transfer 1 back. Perfect. Alrighty, that actually really worked out. Beautiful. More raiders and more armies to send to Lustria and continue our labor influx. Delete. You are heading southward through the canal. Yes. Rift entered. How is it a rift? It's a canal. Close enough, I guess. Let's see. Delete is... Wait, Kigel, Skolson. Yes. You need to be transferring stuff to Astrogoth. Namely the Centaurs and the Bale Tauruses. Tauruses. Bull Centaurs here, you do not need the Lamasu. Technically, you don't need the Iceforged Legion either, but we're going to keep it here for now until this army is exactly as it should be. You can take 2 more units, which I guess is going to be, I don't know, the Chaos Dwarf Warriors and the Infernal Guard. For now. All of this is going to switch, and in fact we're going to just build you, or send you here to give the 3rd Bale Taurus to this army as well. Alrighty, looking pretty good so far. We definitely want to get some shielded Centaur Bull Renders as well. We don't have any of them anywhere as yet. And they will make up the main line of that army. Alright, next troop train. Okay, no, you don't actually need to do anything. Tech Thieves, alright, you're the last things left that need to do things. We want you to move up to Thorek. I was gonna send you up to the Lizards, but you know what, go up this way instead. We will go to the Lizards as well, but, you know, there's no need to get into, like, 5 wars at once. Especially since we don't benefit from it. You're the other Tech Thief. Tech Thief Dumb Tamer, the best Tech Thief of them all. You have hit the ancient city of Quintex, so you're going to the Petrified Forest, or at least returning to the Petrified Forest. I see Alariel is here. Moondragon. Yeah, there's a lot of armies here. Hey, another success. Very nice. Very nice, Dumb Tamer. You may be rank 12, and then you guys are all rank like 35 or something, but you're still the best Tech Thief in the land. In all the lands. You, other Tech Thief, you're heading out to Kazadir Kulaz. I assume that you've succeeded at Nashrak's lair? Yes. You could go around to Fallen King Mountain. You know what? Do Fallen King Mountain again. Actually, you know what? With 7 turns, you can go to Kazadir Kulaz instead. I'd like to keep an eye on Ungrim, just to see where he goes. Hopefully he leaves Silver Pinnacle and goes back. The worst thing would be if he goes for Great Skull Lakes, because there's absolutely nothing we can do about it, and it's poorly defended in the first place. But we'll see. Anyway, next Tech Thief. A little bit of an admin-heavy episode, I know, but not to worry, I'm sure there will be battles to be had. You have failed at Black Iron Mines, so you can try it again. And you have failed again. You're gonna get a failure name. If you keep this up, to Karakate Peaks, please. I really do find it a little bit bizarre that the Chaos Dwarfs don't have special locations at Karak Azul, 8 Peaks, or... well, I don't know about Karazakarak because we can't see it, but I know that they... I feel like, rather, that they should have landmarks at these places as well. You know, if they took over the Great Forge at... or the Great Rune Forge, whatever the heck it's called, at Karak Azul, I feel like they could use it for something, you know what I mean? This feels odd. Just corrupt all the landmarks. And yeah, don't tell me the Chaos Dwarves would not make good use of the Air Force or the airfields at Karazakarak. Heck, they probably take it over and start building their own crazy flying machines. Pulled by bull centaurs or something. Or you know, powered by slave labor on bikes inside a Zeppelin. That's the way to do it. Ah, Chaos Dwarf Zeppelins. Chaos Dwarf Zeppelins versus Dwarf Thunder Barges. That's the thing I think we've all wanted to see from Warhammer in general. Anyway, let's continue. I'm getting distracted by pretty much everything as I usually do. You are going to go for Sorcerer Prophet's Estate, yes? And this still seems buggy. Look, we're still getting 300 labor, but we should be getting way more. You should be increasing the armament, or 300 armaments. You should be increasing it by 15%. So this should be 150 plus 150 plus 15% plus 15%. So what the heck? Maybe it just doesn't work. I wonder if this is a known issue or whether it's a display issue. I don't believe anybody has said anything with regards to it that I was cognizant of. Anyway, let's see. Trading hub for you. Let us not build the Great Kiln because it's too expensive. Oh my lord, 3,000 for the rail network. Man. 3,000 for the rail network. Also known as college. Anyway, let's see. What can we build here? Well, the Incinerator could be built, but only for one territory. It's not worth our time. Yeah, I think this place can be left alone for now, as everything's too expensive. Hu Hung, let's get you that Tower of HASHUT'. Let's upgrade the Tithe Chamber, and then let's get whatever else we can here, which is gonna be definitely patrol routes. Alright, Plain of Zharr. Armaments, and well, at least this one is working, but it might be because this place has been rebuilt. As in, it's a new one. No, Falls of Doom, you can do the same thing. More armaments here, please. Lots and lots of factories. Howling Wastes, too expensive. Imperial Road, too expensive. You know what? Let's go backwards. Ignore the bastions. Let's do the Sumpit. Definitely upgrade the factory walls, and yeah, I guess the production plant. Hopefully it doesn't immediately die. Very possible, but it's not like it's such a major investment that it'll make any kind of difference anyway. Alright, Eastern Oblast. We are going to either not keep the place or something, so we'll ignore it for now. And we're definitely not going to collect labor. Prague, we are waiting until the refinery is up, or the reductions, rather, are up. This is another place where the armaments aren't working, but hopefully by upgrading the armaments buildings, it will begin to work instead. We'll wait on the gold refineries, however, because they're too expensive for the amount of raw materials that we have, and we are indeed starting to run out. Alrighty, back to Gunsmith, please. And all these places will actually need defenses as well. Alright, what's up next? Haunted Forest, wait. Did I just go backwards? I did just go backwards. Cursed City. Oh, no, I did not just go backwards. I lied. All right, Ultra Fire for you, I guess. A little bit of extra research, but we need to be careful now because we are trying to keep a decent amount of armaments to start building up trains. Ooh, Crookback Mountain. Yes to the prototype Mega Mortar. Scalded Delta. Anything here? Well, I guess we can build something at Ruin's End, which I once again forgot to rename. I'll do it later. Dragon Isles. Waiting for the Nameless to build up a little bit before I take the time to do that again, and we've had plenty or enough admin this episode anyway. Anyway. You probably don't need the Mega Mortar or anything. I don't think so anyway, so let's just build the other stuff, and we're out of that anyway. I mean, we do still have money that we can spend. Like gold money, but I think we'll just skip it for now and deal with stuff next turn instead. Alrighty, tech. We could go to Arms Monopoly in order to get Convoy cartographers. Let's do that. There's still decent stuff up and around here. But anything that takes one turn is just useful. Anyway, labor. Ooh, okay, we've run out of set an example, so we need to do that as well. Alright. Oh man, there's a lot of this. Where are we? Not at 100%. Okay, so we need a little bit here. 1, 2, like so. 1, 2, like so. Alright, that's 100%. Then, Eastern Oblast we're not transferring to, and the rest is fine. There are a few other locations, however, like the Plain of Bones, which needs to be transferred some stuff. And the Southern World's Edge Mountains, that's 400. And I believe that's it in terms of very negative. Alright, fine. 400 spare from 1, 2, and let's say 3, 4. Okay, now I've lost them. Great. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Alright, accept. Then we take those places, and then we go set an example, and then we go set an example. Beautiful. Now we're going to set an example pretty much everywhere. Alright. Just got to make sure that we have enough money, and then if we do, I'm just going to do it in every single location. Except maybe the places that are already so positive in terms of public order that it's a waste. No, it looks like we can use them everywhere. Except you. Oh, we could just redo it afterwards. Alright, that's fine. Alright, 1. Like so, like so, like so, like so. Did I miss you? The Wolflands. Huh. No intake. Why no intake? Did I undo that by accident? Well, you're gonna be intaking now. And we'll keep an eye on you. A little bit. Alright. And Mount Lee, yes. And oh, it's just taking the place of other things. That's kind of weird. Fine, though. Do it. Do it. This will hopefully be the last time we ever need to do this in the entire campaign, because after this Confederation, we shouldn't have massive public order problems anywhere. Okay, I'm really starting to dislike how it's doing that. Maybe it'll stop if I do this. Alright, hopefully that stopped it. Nope, it still goes up. Okay, please, game, please, please, why? Who designed this? Alrighty, and down. Okay, ignoring you for now, and that is it. Alrighty, now we just need to make sure that we transfer labor to everywhere except the Eastern Oblast. So we need 200 spare, we need 100 spare, and we need 200 spare, so 500. We gotta find 500. Easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 5, it doesn't really matter. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfection. Ooh, alrighty, finally. 96%? Why? Oh, was it that one place that we're not collecting labor in? This is counting towards our negative... Nah, I don't care. That one doesn't matter. Skip, skip, skip. Outpost upgrade available. That's with Chaos, and it's going to keep bothering us, so I'm just going to upgrade it. There we go. Costs money or not. You are going to go for Refinery, or Master Architects. I just think of this as Refinery for some reason. And now that's finally it. So, we're ending the turn, and then we're seeing what Ungrim does. More importantly, we will increase train capacity and build the last 2 trains for Zhatan. Scarby, what you want, buddy? Join war against the Bloody Hands, maybe later. Probably later. Almost definitely later. Yeah, it's also looking less and less likely that we're going to be able to get a trade agreement going with the Nagaroth. Or Nagarond. Actually, with the entirety of Nagaroth, not merely Nagarond. It just seems unlikely. We are allied with too many factions that are Chaos adjacent, and or just directly Chaos, and that don't like us. What do we have here? Stealth is possibly not the strong suit of our would-be ambushers, who visibly await our convoy from some rather questionable hiding places. We could avoid them easily, of course, but it almost seems a disservice not to show them what a true ambush looks like. I like the sound of that. Let's see. Show them their place. Their attempts at an ambush are frankly so embarrassing, it would be an insult to HASHUT to let them live. That's pretty convincing. And then let them get whoever is next. They might get lucky one day. Probably not anytime soon, though. I mean, it's free XP and stuff. Probably won't be a hard battle, but it'll probably be a long time until we see ogres again. Let's show them their place. Plus, there's no guarantee that we'll be able to get a good fight this episode, or at least this turn. We'll see, but let's fight this real quick. Why not? And it's a Pyrrhic victory, apparently. Oh, right, our own army is made up of primarily Hobgoblin sneaky gits, but it's got some other very decent stuff in here, so here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Certainly doesn't look like it's going to be a major battle, but hey, these caravan battles are periodically fairly fun. And a little bit of a spoiler, I'm recording 2 episodes for today, and the spoiler is that the next episode's battle is probably one of the best in this campaign so far. So, yeah, stay tuned for that one when YouTube allows me to upload the second one after this one. Anyway, here we go, another caravan fight for us. We're going to occupy this choke point, which we should have a decent advantage at. We have 2 units of Infernal Guard and a unit of Chaos Dwarf Warriors in the center, plus a Shaggoth and a Hydra, as well as a Black Dragon in the sky. It's actually kind of interesting how the caravans have all these monstrous units due to the routes that they've completed, but it's very difficult to acquire these same monstrous units for the rest of our faction. I feel like perhaps it should be modified in such a way that you could maybe use caravans to not just acquire stuff, but maybe to acquire monsters as well, like units for your army. Now, that would be a nice secondary use for the caravans, I think, or at the very least trade the units away, though I haven't actually tried that. I don't think it's possible. Would be nice if we could do it, though. And then though I guess you could abuse it in such a way that there wouldn't be a limit because it's not an allied unit. But anyway, I digress. This would be a cool thing to have. Anyway, we've deployed 4 of our units of Hobgoblin Sneaky Gets behind the enemy army, so they will be moving in there as well, while we have summoned a unit of Kadai Fireborn in the way of the enemy, such that the enemy took as much damage as possible, both from our range and the Hydra's Breath and, well, all of our spells, or at least as many of the spells that we could get to. The Hydra is going to charge forward and countercharge those units of Mournfangs before said Mournfangs can do too much damage to us, while the Dragon and the Hydra also use their breath as well. There we go, looking pretty good so far. The front liners of the enemy have taken quite the beating, and the back liners will be reached by our Hobgoblin Sneaky Gets soon as well. Alrighty, keep pew-pewing them lasers, especially with the Hydra in the lead, and any extra shots from our lasers that hit the Hydra will just be regenerated through anyway, so not a big deal for us. And this is also an opportunity to use, for the first time properly, the Doom of HASHUT'S spell that we have bound. And that's a nice little explosion, and with that single use, both of these 2 units of Noblar Trappers were at full HP, and they were both completely deleted by it. So, actually looking like a pretty good bound ability, and I expect great things from it in the future. Anyway, the Dragon comes down, or at least is trying to. I thought they fixed this. I remember there was a patch that said they fixed this behavior, where flying units wouldn't be able to land like this. Huh. Apparently not as fixed as they might perhaps like, but you... Come on, there you go. No? Yes? Alright, well, he can take out that Hunter. The enemy Lord is also completely surrounded by our Dwarf Warriors and Infernal Guard. Oh, wow, the Ogres make the Chaos Dwarf Warriors look tiny by comparison. But fortunately, we do have our buddy, the Hydra, here as well. Too bad the Hydras used by the Chaos Forces don't have 8 heads instead. But anyway, with that, the battle ends. Certainly a fairly quick one, but at least we did get that a use of the bombardment. And I guess we get to watch the Noblar Trappers explode to it, and the Dragon failed to land, which is kind of funny. But otherwise, we're just going to chase down the enemy as best we can. Ogres run pretty darn quick. Oh, this is where you need to have Yakety Sax, but once again, a Yakety Sax is not usable without royalties or whatever it is. There should be a free version of Yakety Sax. Anyway, I wonder if there's like a free YouTube-y clone of it that is Yakety Sax like. I don't even know what to call it. Anyway, decisive victory for the caravan, and should be a little bit of labor, and I don't think we took that much damage either. Alrighty, there we go. Certainly not a difficult fight, but you know, it was fairly neat. I kind of like this army. I do like the fact that there's a monstrous unit for each of one of the main infantry units. Also, we did get to see the Doom of HASHUT, which did delete 2 units of Nobbler Trappers with its single use, so it looks like it can be very, very strong when it's hitting infantry, as if there were more Nobbler Trappers nearby, or maybe any other infantry unit, they probably would have also gotten deleted by said bombardment spell. This was also a good example of just how strong the Chaos Dwarfs are in choke point battles, just like the OG Dwarfs, and the armor of contempt that they had by being in the choke point was essentially applied to every single unit that was there, showing its additional effectiveness. 97 labor really isn't that much. I think this one time we're going to heal up. Oh wait, aren't you returning? I feel like this guy's returning. You know what? If he's returning, then there's no need to heal. I feel like we saw him up north at Tuzkalak. Alrighty, attrition for somebody. Constructor gained income from gold mines and whatnot. And what did Ungrim do? Oh, Ungrim did nothing. Interesting. Okay, well, I was expecting him to jump somewhere, but if he didn't, he didn't. I guess... Well, he can't actually reach the Blasted Expanse. Oh, we should also be wary of somebody jumping down to the Desolation of Drakenmore. There are certainly things to be wary of here. Anyway, it looks like that's about it, and oh, the full stack that was here left. I wonder if it's heading out towards Ruin's End. I'm not entirely sure what they're gonna do. But oh well. Not a big deal. Are you able to sail out? You are, but you're not able to get to the Shattered Stone Isle either way. Alrighty, well, either way, I think this is probably going to be the place to end the episode. Sorry about all the admin this time around, but at least we got that little choke point battle in the end. Next time, we should be able to fight our first battle against the Clan Moors Skaven, possibly, or, ooh, wait a second. Imric isn't... Oh, he's just out of range, but if we end the turn and set up an ambush, we should be able to fight a battle against Imric. Oh, knock his dragons out of the sky. He does have Menaethnir as well, so while the rest of his army is relatively weak, he is a high-level lord, and I'd love for Draj to fight him in the air. I actually don't believe that Draj could go anywhere near to taking Imric in a one-on-one. Imric's stats are pretty insane. It would be... it would have to be Zhatan to do that. So we'll try to set up an ambush for Imric next time around. We've also established our friendship with the Exiles of Khorne, so we'll try to do some missions for them if possible. Otherwise, Astrogoth will soon have his main stack or full stack with more units moving in to transfer him units, and we'll be building up the rest shortly as well. Plus, what is this? Oh, it's a convoy, okay. Oh, before ending it, I just want to see if we send out a new convoy, which we can do right now, whether we can, in fact, put heroes in there. So, what's the strongest convoy that we have here? Monster Commander, 7 troops, 9 troops on you. 9 troops on you, 7 troops on you, but you're returning 9 troops on you as well, War Machinist, so we'll do you then. Alright, you have some levels, well, just the 1 level, and, oh right, the Radiating Spike, which we don't really need on anybody. You can have, I guess, Wayfinders. Honestly, another 15% doesn't seem like a big enough deal for us to bother with the, putting a point into it. I'm almost tempted to start putting points into your actual tree. Let's get Inspiring Presence, if nothing else. And then we'll create the convoy, and that's you. Add Master. And then we will send you, let's see, where is Labor for Armaments? That is a decent distance away from us. Troll Fjord is decent, but this is where our current convoys are going. We could try Grung Zint, but there are enemies on the way. Oh, this actually goes through Ungrim's territory. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We could try the Wizard Caliph's Palace, but we would have to... Well, actually, technically, we're not at war with Black Crag yet. This would also have to go through Ungrim's territory. Damn. We really need to get rid of this. This is the Silver Pinnacle, isn't it? Yeah. Although I suppose we could take it... I don't know if we could take it before we do. Damn. And that really puts a damper on what we can do here. Alright, I guess we have no choice but to send you to the Volary then. If we had a bigger convoy, then we'd send them elsewhere, but these ones are not strong enough to take any of this. And Karan Kar is at war with us. Well, not Karan Kar, but Nagaroth. But yeah, alright, fine. Volley it is. At least for now. And maybe we just send the minimal amount. Just doesn't feel worth it right now. Just to get that little extra bit of XP. It's only 4 turns after all. Those are 200. I wonder if you get more XP for a higher cargo amount, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. The purpose of this is, let's see. You're the convoy, right? Vrogny Drakbeard convoy with your chosen of Slaanesh and your Ragnarok. We haven't actually ever had a chance to have you do anything. So, can you join? Yeah, they can. Alright, so now you have a level 35 a Bull Centaur, and you have a caster. Alright, nice. From now on, every single convoy that we send out will be given a couple heroes, maybe more, depending on how much extra hero capacity we have. Beautiful. And we'll keep on doing that. Anyway, now I'm definitely calling it next time we try to fight either Imrik or the Rats or Ungrim or whoever else we can probably get a battle with, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. Sorry about the admin. All glory to the algorithm. It is part of the game after all. And thanks for watching.